Hey there, welcome to Tuesday Nights with Dr. Bruce. You got me trying to put my little thin optics away in my glasses in the back of my phone there. You ever see these? They're inside this little thing. You pull them out, you go like this, and you get to tell everybody how old you are. It works well though, so I'm kind of a big fan. But yeah, so sorry about not coming on at 9 o'clock. I know I'm always there right at 9, and I'm a little bit late tonight because we had a dinner with the docs tonight at Tres Mare. By the way, if you haven't been to Tres Mare, you need to go. It's really, really incredible. Okay, it's just a great place to be. Wait staff did a great job, and their desserts are to die for. I mean, seriously, you might die. They're that good. So all I can say about today is that I really do appreciate a lot of things that happen. One of them is a big kudos. I had one of my staff come with me today, Lisa. Lisa is in the rehab room. She's a rehab tech, and she shows people exercises all day long. She's extraordinarily good one-on-one with patients. She's the one that'll push your arm this way and that and pull it. She makes it work, right? Even when you don't think you can work it, she'll actually ask it to do stuff that you don't think it can do, but she'll help you there. Great healing atmosphere. But one of the tenets of Bridge is to embrace awkward. That's one of the biggest things that we do. She came tonight. There were 38 people in the room, pretty tight little room. Great job. Everybody does a great job. And I said, Lisa, why don't you stand up and show them tank turret? And she did. She just got up, walked up there like it was no big deal, wasn't anxious about it, just went right through. Okay, let's take you through and show you something that you can take home. I really do hope people take these exercises with them. We don't do enough of that stuff that's core. And what's interesting is that some of us were going, hey, that's actually cramping our back, you know, right there. It's because you don't use those movements, right? You don't use those muscles for that movement. But she did a great job. So super big fan of what Lisa did tonight. I've had Elena come with us too. She's always on these things, and I really appreciate her. Had a great conversation with her today. She's always one of those people. She's very blunt, but she's absolutely one of the most solid people I've ever met. Just truly fantastic. And, you know, whenever we did a dinner with the doc and she was there, she was very blunt. She said, you know what, I really didn't think I needed to go to one of those, but I'm glad I did. That was great. So just love her for that. And the people that I get to work with, honestly, it's quite an honor. It's fun to drive the bus, but if you don't have people like that navigating for you, you're going to wind up someplace else. So congratulations to Lisa. And by the way, this is the first one of those that my wife and my son came to, and I got some great feedback from them. Interestingly enough, here's the thing, and I don't know how to get around it. Maybe you can help me. Maybe you can pass this on to somebody else, pass this video on and say, see if you can help this guy, okay? My worry is that everybody in there looks at this like it's just money. Everything is just money. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with whether or not we can help you walk again, chase after your grandkids, hit a golf ball. It has to do with, wait a minute, no, wait, is this money? Because this costs money. We did have one person, and it's never a big deal. The one person that's there, that was upset, wanted Jeremiah, literally, this is the thing. Now, you know we deal with the public, and the public is the public. But we had one person there who seemed perfectly intelligent, well-dressed. We're at, by the way, an upscale place, Tres Mare, come on, right? And she's livid with Jeremiah because he can't give her everything that we would possibly do to help somebody regenerate. All of the procedures, from the rehab tech to the chiro, to the evaluations, to J-tech, to x-ray, to injections for the muscles, to an injection to rebuild the joint, to the care coordinator's time, all of that kind of stuff. Because he would not stand there and go down each one of those, how much it would cost and how much of those Medicare would pay for. But we don't even know that information. And most people don't realize, but you usually have a Medicare type product. There's a lot of insurance companies that sell Medicare. They're not Medicare, but they sell it. And it's actually a privatized version. The only company that can't do that right now is Cigna, because they got in trouble for messing over their patients. So yeah, you know, I delete the expletives for these things. But passionately disagree with what they did. By the way, though, if you go out on the Affordable Care Act here in Kansas City and you look for something that's affordable for insurance, guess which insurance company pops up 5 out of 6 times? It's Cigna, these people that messed over everybody with Medicare. Not a big fan of what's going on out there in that world. But anyway, we actually had a really good night tonight. Good people showed up. There were 38 people total, but 2 of those were my wife and my son. So it was actually, it was great to see them there. And I really appreciate all the feedback. I really appreciate those things. Here's the thing. How do you get around that topic of money? How do you let somebody know you can finance this for $100 a month? You know, we can put this out for a while, and in the meantime, let's go ahead and start rebuilding your knee, right? And we've done it for as low as that. We could finance it for $200 a month. You know, we've got a really good chance to be able to do this thing, and it could really turn into something big. Why is that not the first thing people go for? Yeah, you know, I want to be one of the people that came to us in the very beginning, wound up paying a lot of money for all of the stuff that we did. We had a lot to work towards. He was a great guy. I absolutely love the guy. Truly wonderful person. Heavy, definitely suffering for, you know, whatever reason. Just dealt with a lot, right? But this is a great man. He's a man. If you talk to him, he's just one of those great people in the world. He's not only nice, he's smart. He's just got a little too much load on the knees, right? So, but he said, you know, I actually paid more for this than I paid for my truck. But you got to understand that my truck can't walk me from my couch to the bathroom. It can't. And it was getting to be where I wasn't making it. And I can see the need there. I'd like to be able to get around people's objections of money better. And I don't have them. I don't seem to bother with them. I just basically tell people this is what it is, expect that. But I also tell them that it's a lot of work. And I wonder if that winds up turning them off too a little bit, because it is a lot of work. When you come in and do this, you're doing a whole bunch of it for yourself. And the good news is we run alongside you for about 3 months, but then you've got to do it yourself from then on. And that's how you rebuild and regrow something. I don't know if they shy away from that too. I think everybody wants the quick fix. By and large, they want to keep doing what they've always done. They just want a different result. That's kind of how people are. But anyway, it was a great night. Really appreciate everybody's help there. Big kudos to Lisa, and kudos to the people that I get to work with today. I got to show Dr. Chris the creative process for creating a trifold. He's doing a weight loss program. If you haven't noticed, Dr. Chris is about 70 pounds lighter than he was this time about 1 year and 4 months ago. He's lost the 70 pounds and he's kept it off. And he's kept it off for about 6-7 months now. But he has a pattern that you can follow that's extraordinarily good for you. And Bridge is rolling that out. So we're going to get a lot of marketing material for it. We're going to get all that stuff right now. If you're one of those early adopters that wants to do a medical weight loss with us, we have it. You'll be the first ones. You'll be one of the first groups to go through that plan. If you want to adopt that, you need to call and get a day one with Dr. Bennett. It's real easy. That's what we're going to be doing. Look at that. Elena, Lisa is awesome. She really was tonight, Elena. She was fantastic. She just got up and jumped right into it. Didn't even look like she was anxious. She's like, oh, okay. She's in her dress. You know, she's not even in her blue scrubs. But I just want to let you all know that we are rolling that program out. We kind of promised it to you. Dr. Chris has put in an inordinate amount of time into the medical weight loss. My goal for you on medical weight loss is to move fat away from your liver, that non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. If you haven't looked that up, you should. Everybody seems to have it because we have a high-grain diet. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, we do know how to mobilize fats away from the liver now. We're very, very comfortable with that. A lot of research, and it's solid research, guys, you know me. So I really like it. That would be my goal for you, because by and large, if your liver is healthier, your blood is healthier, and that makes you better. So big fan of that. My goal would be to move stuff away from the liver, but we can mobilize that now. We know that we can get someone. By the way, don't take these exogenous ketones. They don't do anything. They never have, and it's really embarrassing that people think that way. They don't. They've never done anything. That's not how it works. If your body produces the ketones, it's because it was breaking apart C16 palmitate, which is body fat. So that's why. So that's why you want to check your ketones. You really do. These raspberry ketones and all that kind of stuff that you've heard about, they were a big fad. Dr. Oz got in lots of trouble because he tried to hawk his own wares on his Dr. Oz show. And once it was called out as a fraud, that it is, then people got all, and if raspberry or if ketones are something that you personally take and they seem to be working for you, please do it. Please do it, right? Go ahead and do it. That's fine with me. There's just no good science to this date that it helps enough people. Maybe it helps you, okay? I don't like to be mean to people. If they're doing something good for themselves, my goodness, do that. You know, people are telling me, I go out there and I tell them, hey, you want to do this much cardio, you want to do this much weightlifting, you want to do this much stuff. And then invariably, every time I've done one of those types of seminars, somebody comes up to me afterwards and I say, well, this is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm doing. You made me sound like it was wrong. You're not wrong. You're doing great, because by God, you're doing something. And that is fantastic. Keep doing it, even if it's just pulling petunias. I don't know what you do. But anyway, I just want to say thanks to everybody. I really do appreciate all of their stuff. If someone can help me get around money objections, maybe somebody out there that's a really good salesperson. I love good salespeople because what you're doing is you're trying to find what I want, and then you're trying to make sure I get that. That's not, by the way, Northtown Lincoln Mercury right now. I'm just going to tell you that. That company has been horrible to work with, just horrible to work with. I'm just trying to buy a Ford product. I like Ford. I'm trying to buy a Nautilus. 3 months ago tomorrow, I tried to buy a car. And so far, I don't have a car. So that bugs me, right? But anyway, besides that, if you can find a way and you're good at sales, would you come somehow send something or tell me, you know what, hey, Bruce, here's how you get around some of those objections. We used to just tell them because it's different for every person. Well, then they get mad at us. And they say, well, that sounds shady and sneaky because you're not telling us a number. So then we started giving them an average number, and then they get mad at us because we weren't telling them exactly what their insurance company was going to pay or wasn't going to pay for. So maybe you guys can help me. If you know how to pass that on, what we're doing is working. You know what's crazy? Even the FDA has never said that the stem cell regeneration, the exosome regeneration, the PRP regeneration, and all the rehab that we're doing, even the FDA has never said it doesn't work. We know that it works. It's just how you're going to pay for it, right? I don't know. I'd really like to have somebody's help with that because evidently I don't have all the answers if I'm having people in the back of the room mad at me because I don't know all the numbers for Medicare. We tried a new talk tonight, and I'll end with this. The new talk was less about science, which is my bailiwick, and more about the person and how they're the hero of the story and how this is tailor-made and customized for you, only you. That's what it is. And so it was a good talk. We were glad to see everybody there. 38 people is a good crowd. We're glad to do that. We got to buy them dinner. Jeremiah did a great job getting folks there. And we had people already signing up and going from there, which is great. That's what you want. I would still like to know, though, if you guys are really smart about getting around the money objection without sounding shady, because I don't want to. I want to let them know this costs money. This is real stuff. We're going to have to challenge and change your body here. We're going to make you better. I would like to say there's extraordinary value for that, though. And if you could see the people walking out of our rehab department every day, well, you'd be as passionate about it as I am. So anyway, in the meantime, all I can do is say thanks. I'm glad it's going to rain again tonight. Looks like we got a little bit of a rainy week coming up. So I hope everybody's safe from the floods, all that kind of stuff. My grass was actually drying out, so I turned the sprinklers on today, but it looks like I can turn them back off. I hope everybody's going safe in Kansas City. Please be safe while this crazy weather pattern's going through. Oh, Troy Pearson. Love that guy. Good guy. Say hi to that. Hi, Troy. Anyway, I'll tell you what, I'll see you next Tuesday. But in the meantime, be an example of what's possible.